avoid statements that may incite or promote hate. We encourage constructive points of views and criticisms that aim at providing solutions to problems facing the country. We do not want rumor mongering or information that is regarded as hearsays. We advocate for messages of peace and unity among the people of South Sudan. This is iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
iRadio, for reliable and objective news from across South Sudan and beyond. Listening to iRadio, bringing you programs that offer you an in-depth look at the issues that affect you. iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
The Dawn on iRadio. Right, a very good morning to you and welcome to the second hour of the Dawn program here on iRadio, a live broadcast from the capital, Juba. I'm your host, Emmanuel J, and it's Monday, the 3rd of November 2025, coming to 15 minutes now after the hour of 7. Now, Professor Dr. Julia Duany has called on the leaders of South Sudan to forgive one another, reconcile, and also engage in dialogue to restore lasting peace and unity in the country. Now, speaking during the two-day conference for women in Juba last week, Professor Julia appealed to political leaders to talk to each other and also end the circle of division and bloodshed that has plagued the nation for years. Let's listen to her remarks.
Every year we celebrate this conference, and we are now on our 25th year of UN Security Council Resolution 1325. And I do remember when this resolution was being first drafted in the UN, I was one of the people who was there to witness it in 2005 in New York. So it is good to keep it alive up to this time, to be around, to be celebrating it up to this time. So I really thank God that I'm around to celebrate it all the time. And our theme this year, to restore hope and commitment to action and advancing women's role in peace building. And when people talk about peace building, I always see it, it's not just a program, but it's a part of life. When we talk about peace building, it's not a separate program that we do for the time being and it is closed. It is part of daily life. Like when I was greeting you with our languages, that's what people say. Like in Nuer when they say Male, it is peace. Peace upon you. So we wake up with peace upon you in the morning. And the same thing in Dinka when you were back, you say that, a peace with you in the morning. So when you see most of our languages, they say peace upon you. So we get up with peace and we go to sleep with peace. So it is not something which is separated from us. So today, as South Sudanese women, we are here to see that it is not just a one short time thing to do, but it is something we have to continue to do. We are here also to realize that peace stands at the critical juncture in our lifetime. Insecurity is now increasing in our country. The threat of our national is getting bankruptcy. The country is relying on international partners to secure basic services. The humanitarian situation has remained dear in many years to outsiders who give us a hand out. So you can see what is happening this since 2013 up to today, to 2025, starting with Nasser, going to Kejikeji. Now you have experienced Yei, going to Western Equatoria. Has it changed? It hasn't changed. So you as South Sudanese women, you should be asking yourself again and again, years and years, we see that we are going backward instead of going in front. And this is increasing not just only a man-made conflict, but natural disasters are coming in also. As we see the flood in the Sad area, especially when you go to Upper Nile, you go to Jonglei, you go to Unity States, you go to Lake States. All these places are getting flooded and people are being displaced. So we have to ask ourselves, are we really out of those things, or are we really deep into crisis as South Sudanese women? This conference is reminding us, is reminding to the South Sudanese women and a call for action, and we need to stand up and say enough is enough. We cannot afford another displacement, another war. We need peace, and we all need to play our role very effectively. To do that, today I would like to highlight some of the key points to encourage and to motivate us as women of South Sudan. To remind you, in 2011, when you were standing in the referendum and voting, did you know who was standing in front of you and who was standing behind you? Which tribe they belong to and where they come from? You didn't know. You voted as South Sudanese people. And you women, you voted 52%. You the one who brought the freedom of this country. It is not only those who carry the gun who brought the country. It is you, the 52%. You voted, that what brought our freedom. So to remind you, all of us here, and most of us, starting from me, I'm now an elderly woman. I was born in the war. All of you were born in the war. You grew up in the war. You became mothers in the war. Me now, I'm a grandmother in the war. And I may become a great-grandmother, what? In the war. So, for this very long time, the women of South Sudan are longing for what? For peace. And we are telling who? We are telling our leaders that South Sudanese women are longing for peace and the country where freedom and prosperity is for all. We don't need the country to be policing us. They need a country where all of us are free. We contributed immensely in the liberation of this country for the independence of South Sudan, with the hope that our children and the next generation and the generation after it live in peace and have a better life that we could not have. And we wanted a better life for our children and the generation to come after them. But slowly we are seeing this dream is fading away in our hands. We are losing it. Every minute we blink our eyes, we see that there's a danger coming closer to us. It seems the cycle of conflicts is never ending. This needs to end, and can happen if we stand together. Because all of us, we hear the voices of our communities. When they cry, we hear it. When they weep, we see their tears. We also weep. And if we are not near them, we see them in our living rooms on the television. And we weep in our living rooms with them. Like recently, last week, the bombing in Tonj 2 days ago. Can we not say enough is enough as women of this country? Can we not raise our voice? Can we not take action to say that the little girl which was burned to death alive, can we not say it should not happen in our lifetime? Can we not take an action? Can we not feel it? Can our tears not? And who should wipe our tears? It is us. It is us who should wipe the tears of our communities. And we should do it with what? It is through our unity. Our unity. And the way we can talk to one another. The soft voice. We know peace can only come when we use an approach of soft voice to talk to one another as South Sudanese. We don't need to use a hard voice to convince others. But when we use a soft power, we can be able to convince each other. We need to coordinate our advocacy, effort, sustainable peace, to evaluate the voice, to elevate the voice of those who who are affected, and clear our voice and the path for women participation in building a peaceful, inclusive, prosperous South Sudan. Let us be better, to do better, not to fuel, but to bring solution to the table. What can you share in your house with your brother, with your husband? What information can you bring in your community to be able to share with your neighbor to bring that peace to South Sudan? In our struggle, and I remember when in Upper Nile we have Lalop everywhere. When the Northern Sudan army come and chase people out, the mothers sit under the tree. If there's one Lalop under that tree, everybody will suck that Lalop. You will take it and give it to this child, and give it to the other child, and give it to the other child. Can we not do it today? Can we not do it today? Can we not do it today? Can we not do it today when things are hard? And I think that is the action that is being said in this conference. It is not the lip service, it is what we can do together as South Sudanese women. Reconciliation and forgiveness. Our voices now are divided. If I stand here, we are divided in the region. There are people are saying, Upper Nile is going away, Equatoria is going away, we are doing that. But where will South Sudan be if we do that? Unless we have reconciliation and forgiveness. And it is who is going to hold it together? South Sudan. It is the women of South Sudan. We need to call out our leaders to forgive and reconcile. What is happening today, the Freedom Hall, we don't like it. It's not going to help South Sudan. We need to call it by name as South Sudanese women. All have fallen short and have caused a lot of pain and shed innocent blood. We cannot continue to watch our leader spilling blood and do nothing. Women of South Sudan, we need to mobilize ourselves again and again and say no more blood. No more blood. Let our leaders forgive each other. Let our leaders talk to each other. It is through talking and understanding that they can reach to a solution. It is talking that they can understand each other and bring back South Sudan together. If they do that, all of us will be able to have a sleeping night and a joyful night. If they do that, our kids will be able to sing in the compound a song of joy and peace. Our kids will be running to school holding their hands together. Our women will gather at the water points and having conversation, a joyful conversation of the marriages and happy life they are having in the villages. Our young people and the elderly people will sit around the fire and will be told the history of our communities, how they have been there. And that what makes us different from other animals, because we talk and we understand each other. And that what is called peace. War comes when people don't talk. War comes when people don't understand themselves. War comes when we don't look at our faces. And as I look at your faces, I don't see who is a Dinka, who is a Nuer, who is a Baria, who is a Zande, who is a Muru, who is a Sholi, who is a Mundu, who is what. I see the faces of South Sudanese.
Yes, and we all see the faces of South Sudan. And let's hope our leaders are also seeing the faces of South Sudanese. ما في قبيلة بتاع X وقبيلة بتاع X 64 قبيلة في جنوب السودان، لكن كلنا جنوبيين سودانيين. ما يكون في تفرقة، ما يكون في قبلية، ما يكون في المحاباة. كلنا نكون شعب بتاع جنوب السودان. خلينا نمشي لفاصل ومنه حنيجي نواصل.
Your eye on South Sudan. iRadio. Your eye on South Sudan. iRadio.
عزيزي مستمع إذاعة آي راديو، لما تشارك في أي موضوع على الإذاعة أرجوك تفادي تصريحات بتحرض أو بيشجع على الكراهية. إحنا بنشجع نقد بناء وآراء هادفة اللي بتهدف إلى توفير الحلول للمشاكل اللي بتواجه الدولة. إحنا ما دايرين ترويج للشائعات أو المعلومات اللي بتعتبر بأنها شائعة أو أغاويل. إحنا بندعو إلى رسائل السلام والوحدة بين مواطنين جنوب السودان. ده آي راديو، عينك على جنوب السودان.
This is iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
ده الوقت اللي فيه نرفع المكالمات ونسمع لرسالة بتاعك، رسالة بتاع الوحدة والتسامح، وكمان برضو في موضوع بتاع ختام مخرجات بتاع المؤتمر اللي عملوه للأمن والسلام لأن بتاعت النساء اللي عملوه في الأسبوع الفات في جوبا. اتصل علينا وقدم رسالتك بعد ما سمعنا خطاب قوي من بروفيسور جوليا. أريديو.
هلو أريديو.
سلطان.
إيمانويل أكيل.
نعم.
أنا بريب كتاب بتاع بروفيسور جوليا أكيل، هو كتاب قوي جدا أنا بتمنى هي كان وزيرة ذاته في وزارة بتاع خدمة ويعني قيادية كويسة. الرسالة ده إيمانويل ده كتاب قومي، كتاب قومي زي ده اللي دايرينه كله لكل المسؤولين لكل القيادات. والرسالة ده يمكن للرئيس بتاع البرلمان ذاته أنه مرة إن شاء الله ما يسمع، ويمكن ذا الرسالة ده كله لكل وزراء لكل الناس شغالين سلاح لكل الناس البكات راسه في مشاكل في مسؤوليات في السلطة أكثر. الكلام ده الشعب يعني أنت زي كلام بقول له ما الشعب أصلا المتمرين اللي كان قاعدين ده يعني ما في دفرق بيداق وداق. لما زول بيسلم زول بركانه ما ده سلام الماشي يعني هو عم مثل كويس يعني بروفيسور يعني الخير وكلام مختلف. أنا كنت متوقع الجنوبيين يسمع رسالات زي ده من البداية. إيمانويل ما هو بقول البلد ده ما طلعوا بسلاح، وكان طلعوا كل الجنوبيين اللي كان في 2011 رسالة قوية منهم المفروض يسمع. لكن حتى الناس هسه حاليا التم وصل عنهم ان كان العالم رفعوا كله دايرين يزلتها وبمشاكل كسلطه. الكلام ده ما كويس. ورساله ده كلمت لكل جنوبي لكل دول شال السلاح لكل دول داير سلطه. الرساله ده يكون تموت بتاعهم يا ايمانويل اكيله. هنا بدأ كتاب قومي زي ده كتاب الصح. وانه الاثنين انا داير انا كل مره اذا راجل قوي ده المرأة. رسالة يمشي اللي كابتن نواب، وكابتن نواب ده فيها أجندة فيها اثنين، ولا يمشي كمان اللي أنا قلت قبل البرلمان، ويمشي أي مرأة المقصودة برؤساء بتوعهم اللي أنا قلت ده عشان يقال شنو مسؤولين بتوعهم. عشان رسالة بتاع جوليا كير ده كل يكلم رجاله يا اخوان اسيبوا مشاكل. اذا كان رساله تجي لرجاله الشعب ذاته بسمع كلامه. شكرا جزيلا.
اورايت، رساله من سلطان جوزيف، شكرا جزيلا. راديو نعم ارجع تاني واتصل علينا على الارقام بتاعنا 1122986 Remember, also live on our Facebook page. You can also drop your comments there, and then we'll be able to look at it and read. Radio.
Emmanuel J, good morning.
Yes, good morning, David Magog.
My brother, this is the most important we are eagerly looking for. That our women should have to unite themselves and talk about peace in the country. Mama Julia is now mobilizing, talking to the women in leadership, so that they talk about peace will be very fine. If she will start from Mama Nyandeng, coming to Josephine, going to Nunu, coming to Mama Yan Mayad, going to the rest, and they mobilize so that they talk about peace in the country, the South Sudan will have peace. What we are asking her now and all the women in the country, we need them to take the leadership. That please, we need peace. You are our son and you are our husband. And what we want now, those who have died, are enough. What we want in the country, we need peace and development. Enough is enough. And if they talk about this, the country will have peace. But 3/4 of them are talking about 35% affirmative action, which is not supposed to be. This is the right channel now they are taking. And we are clapping our hand to them that please, this is what we want, and proceed ahead with it without going back. Let it not be a statement, but let it be implementation. Thank you.
All right, implementation. There is all بتاعه هنا بتاعت ديفيد ماجوغ. راديو.
إيمانويل جوت وكيله.
نعم.
المرة الثالثة.
كشوف تفضل.
إيمانويل أنا بنشكر القيادة النسائية والمخرجات بتاع مؤتمر بتاع النسوان هنا. كمان الدور المرأة دور مهم جدا. ده أنا التعبانة في جنوب السودان عارف أعمل كل المعنى. يالو تعبانين تلقاه فقد راجله فقد كل شيء.
لكن المرأة ما زالت ثابتة. نتمنى المخرجات بتاع المؤتمر يعني ما يشيلوه كروح يعني ما بغير نستقل. أنا زي كتابه ضروري جدا جدا جدا. إنه المخرجات بتاع المؤتمر ده ما ياخذوا في الدرج إنه ده كلام بالنسبان، خليه يكتب في ترابيزة فوق والناس يكونوا في دراسة ومخرجات بتاعه يسب للمصلحة بشكل نوري. أنا بنشكر المرأة لأنها إسهامت شديد من زمن التحرير حتى للتسكة. شوف إيمانويل النسبة 52% للمرأة، فهذا ما جاء خسارة زي مرأة وقفة قوية في جنوب السودان. ما خلي السياسي يسمع صوت الناس، خليه يوقف الحرب جنوب. المؤتمر النصراني ده الرئيس يخش في الملف ده يعلن وقف إطلاق النار شامل ولا ترجع الحوار وإخراج المعتقلين ونرجع للحوار. دور ده لمرحلة ثانية، مرحلة بتاعين جنوب السودان يكون جنوب السودان يكون فيه ازدهار، جنوب السودان يكون فيه كل أشياء كويسة. نسمع أصوات بنادق تغلب في فلان فلاني ومع فلان ضربوهم بطايرة. إيمان رجال ما بيجيب لنا حاجة كويس. دايرين زراعة، دايرين تعليم، دايرين صحة كويس، دايرين كبار جنوب السودان داير طوق وطبلتها ما طريق ثاني بس بعمل تراب كده بالدوزة وينتهي زي طريق بتاع بارغزال جوبا هنا. دايرين طوق مع طبلتها إيمانويل، دايرين سكة حديدية كويس. عيال قاعدين مشردين في السوق ديل يرجعوا في البيوت يكون لنا مستقبل كويس بدل من المشاكل.
شكرا لك كشوك للمشاركة بتاعك ورسالة بتاعك برضو واصل في نفس الموضوع اللي احنا بنناقش فيه. اتصل علينا عاريو. يس عاريو.
هاي ما بنتصل في شركات.
أنا منو؟
أبرام مكوي.
أبرام مكوي تفضل.
في شركات.
نعم تفضل.
طبعا أنا دائما أشارك في الخطاب بتاع المرة القبيلة اللي تحدثت. فالخطاب بتاعه هي خطاب سمحة جدا وده السبب. ده الخطابات المطلوب طبعا. فإذا رجعنا إنه سبب بتاع جنوب لما جنوب رفع العالم ناس خش في اسم شنده في مشاكل طوال ودل ما يعمل حل. فهم الجنوبيين هم صوتوا من أجل الانفصال وفي النهاية جاء انقلبوا للمشاكل. دل ما هو اللي كان مطلوب لأنه الشكل بيخلي البلد تمشي في المرحلة زي ما هو وصل فيها الآن. لأنه مرحلة الجنوب قاعد فوق الآن أنا لا أعرف مثلا يعني لأنه الجنوب إذا ناس نظر طبعا السبب الناس كانوا ينفصلوا من السودان اللي كان قالوا إن السودان بيستعمر وبيعمل وبيشلم. ما جينا لقينا الحاجة ذاته كنا قاعدين نتمنى لو إن الجنوب ده كله زول هيمشي مرتاح وشنو وحاجات ده كله. فالرسالة دي فأنا دايرين تطبيق لأنه شعب الجنوب دايما بيسمع الكلمات وبيسمع يعني الخطابات سنة جدا.
نعم. صورة ده فقدناك في الخاطر يا تانا واتصل علينا عربيو. راعي الشبكة انقطع هناك برضو. نمشي لفاصل ومنه حنجي نواصل.
In 2025, South Sudan is writing a new chapter in its economic story. Monthly revenue collections by the South Sudan Revenue Authority have reached an impressive 130 billion South Sudanese pounds. This success is powered by digitization, a nationwide e-government program launched in 2021 that modernized public services, strengthened data systems, and made revenue collection faster, safer, and more transparent. Today, corruption leakages are shrinking, efficiency is rising, and every digital transaction moves our nation closer to stability and shared prosperity. The South Sudan Revenue Authority calls on all government bodies, development partners, and citizens to accelerate the move toward full digitization. Together, through digital transformation and cooperation, South Sudan will move forward stronger, transparent, and united for progress. South Sudan Revenue Authority, digitizing revenue, driving development.
iRadio, for reliable and objective news from across South Sudan and beyond. Tune in to iRadio, your eye on South Sudan. iRadio, for news you can rely on from across South Sudan and beyond.
مرحبا بك مرة ثانية مستمع راديو. نواصل ونرفع المكالمات ربع ساعة لرأس الساعة. راديو. نعم.
يا سليمان
سليمان واصل اتفضل.
يا بروفيسور جوليا قال كلماتنا في كتاب قوية جدا. تعرف أكيله كلام لو قالوا ده وسأل سؤال قال من المفترض جنوب السودان من كان بيمشي لقدام عشان بلد بتاعنا بقى ماشي ورا. ليه بمشكلة بالهروبات وحقيقة الهروبات دائما ما بيخلى الدولة بيقدم أكيله لو كان بلد ده ما واقف حرب 2013 انت بتوقع هسه وزير التنميه كان ماشي في جنوب السودان كان بيكون بيقولوا شنو؟ والجنوبيين ده من شعوب بتاع العالم اللي جايين بلدهم. انت لو شفت التنميه اللي ماشي في جوبا ده ما حكومه يا جماعه، ده مواطنين البسيطين الجنوبيين يا قاعدين يعملوا التنميه ده. لو كان في سلام في استقرار اننا كنا ماشيين وين؟ مثلا لو كان في مصنع بتاع اسمنت بس واحد في جنوبنا كان ماشيين وين؟ كان ماشيين بعيد. فإحنا عندنا غيرة لبناء الدولة، عندنا غيرة للتنمية بتاع الدولة، لكن مش عندنا السياسيين بتاعنا ما عندهم غيرة للتنمية بتاع هذا الوطن. يعني إزاي إحنا انفصلنا بدون فائدة؟ لأنه ما في يعني ما في حاجة تقول قال إحنا انفصلنا لأنه كان في ظلم، إحنا انفصلنا لأنه كان في عدم التنمية في البلد. فكتاب بتاع الدولة وده بيرجعنا في الموضوع بتاعنا الأول كده لو في سلام كده حتى التدخلات في أراضي بتاعنا والناس بيجي بيشيلوا مناطق بتاعنا اللي بيكون ما في لأنه بيكون كل واحدة بيناتنا إحنا طيب. بالمناسبة إحنا كشعب إحنا ما عندنا أي مشكلة والنسوان بتاعنا طيبة بس كفاية. مين أوقات بتاعنا لحد هسه لسه النسوان قاعدين يتعبوا في أسواق واسمونا مسؤولين في بيوت واسمونا مسؤولين بيئات مدارس وكده. معناه إحنا كلنا صوت بتاعنا كجنوبيين إحنا عايزين سلام. إحنا عايزين سلام سواء كانت في آلانين ولا في إكواتوريا ولا في السودان عايزين سلام. لأنه تعرفوا أي بقعة بتاع جنوب السودان لو في مشكلة هناك بيكون في وجع زي جسم بتاع إنسان. أنت لو جسمك كله كويس لو في جرح في راس ولا في كرة جسمك بيكون فيه تعب. عشان كده كان في مشكلة في آلانين معناه بيكون في مشكلة في ساوث السودان كله، في مشكلة في إكواتوريا بيكون في مشكلة في ساوث السودان كله. عشان كده أنا أقدر أتكلم للحكومة يا جماعة لما مواطنين بيقربوا إليكم أسمع لهم. أنتوا ما تكونوا ناس عنيفين لأن أنتوا ما قاعدين تسمع للناس. فاختلافات سياسية اللي خلوه في جانب ثاني إحنا عايزين نشوف مستقبل بالبلد ده لأجيال الجاية. حتى لو ما لقينا أسد بالبلد ده ولبنان بالبلد ده لكن أجيال ثانيين كده يعيش في سلام يا عجل. كل الناس بس ما كنا عايشين كده بس للعبد بس كتاب. كان إحنا عشنا كتاب وإحنا هسه ربينا كتاب كده أطفال الجيران صغار كده يعيش في استقرار وسلام زي ما قال ماما بتاعنا. شكرا كثير يا ماما جوليا. أنا بتمنى إن النسوان كله يكون عنده كتابات زي ماما جوليا ده وكده يكون في شغلات بالنساء بتاعنا أكيد بدل بتاعنا يعني. وإحنا رجال إحنا قاعدين نكتب بعضنا ده كلنا ما اسمع كلامات السياسيين بالذات الشباب بتاعنا لأنه السياسيين بيستخدموا شباب كوقود لحرب لمصالحهم الشخصية. شكرا.
شكرا جزيلا. شباب ما يسمعوا كلام بتاع السياسيين وما نقتل بعض بتاعنا لأنه كلنا سودانيين جنوبيين والحاجة اللي احنا دايرينه كلنا نعيش في وحدة والسلام والوئام بيناتنا، نخلي القبلية، نخلي الكراهية، نخلي الفساد، ونخلي المحاباة، نكون شعب واحد في بلد واحد. احنا عدد بتاعنا ما كتير الثروة اللي احنا، الثروات المختلفة اللي احنا عندنا كجنوبين السودانيين، لو قعدنا مع بعض وحدنا نفسنا حنستفيد كتير وكتير من الموارد اللي احنا عندنا، وحنقدر نقوي بعض بتاعنا، وحنقدر نقوي البلد من ناحية بتاعت انه جنوب السودان يكون واحدة من الدول المتقدمة، ما بس في شرق افريقيا وفي افريقيا لكن برضو في العالم. ده كله بيرجع تبسيط او نبسط نفسنا ونوحد نفسنا، وكمان نعمل من اجل نجاح بتاعت البلد. اي راديو. Hello, radio. All right, get back to us. We have about 11 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's speak 2 or 3 calls before we move on, and we'll be crossing to Yei River County, and we'll conclude our conversation or our program there today. Radio?
Yes, hello, how are you?
Good.
Yes, this is Peter Boy calling from
Your name? Hello? Yes, go ahead. I radio.
Yes, sir. You know what Professor Julia Doan said, it is really something good for all of us to practice. As South Sudanese, then we know that we are all belong to this nation. You said if you found your brother is on the road and you start asking him, where are you from? And you know it is from South Sudanese. That one is really not good totally. If we allow our to practice this, it is good because every woman has a husband at home. They will just practice. You can say, my husband, what you are doing is not good. You are spoiling our nation. Now you see, we don't have freedom of movement. Wherever we want to go, if you are going to Yambio, you find that which is not easy. If you are going to Bor or somewhere in Malacan, there is certain tribe which is not easy to move. For how long it is we which died for in us. It is we which brought this poverty in South Sudan. Because what I have here, that person don't have it there. If my life is not good here, I can change. I can go to other states and then I will get something for survival. My life will change and I will get something good. But if we have boundaries among ourselves, this poverty will not leave us. And the crimes and this fighting everywhere, hate is fish. You hate your brother without nothing. Even you are related because of him, you hate him. Eh? That is for how long? And this is not the nation that we have been fighting for. As John Grant said, each and every South Sudanese have right to enjoy the services wherever he likes in the corner of South Sudan. But now, do we have that one? We don't have it. What caused it? It is because of the heart. We like ourselves and we don't see the suffering of our people. Only few people are rich and the rest are poor. The whole nation is poor. So when we come, those who have the resources now, why they are not bringing these companies? One company, what you say, we can employ 1,000 million,
right.
1,000 people, we will be rich. So let we know South Sudan belongs to us. And no one is coming somewhere to come and bring peace. Those who are coming, they are just coming to beat our hearts and cry out. But then we think that South Sudan belongs to all of us.
Right.
Let we abandon peace. Let we have peace in our heart. Let we love our country. And let we love our resources that we have.
Right.
You can never citizen. See as your brother. And thank you.
Thank you. Your name? What do you say your name?
My name is Peter Ball.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's go for this break. We'll be back.
iRadio, your eye on South Sudan. iRadio, your eye on
نمشي لمقاطعة نهرية وأداء خلاف في الفقرة بتاعنا الأخير الليلة، ونسمع من المحافظ إيمانويل تبان اللي هو قال إنه غياب قاضي مقيم أدى إلى تراكم القضايا في المحكمة واكتزاز بتاع سجن المقاطعة. وفي حديثه لآي راديو في الأسبوع الفات هو قال إنه العديد من المعتقلين محتجزين رهن الحبس الاحتياطي لأشهر دون محاكمة. ويتكلم لزميل بتاعي Michael Daniel.
You know, actually, in the reality, we have the public prosecutor actually. It was there. Yeah, but the issue was that because the space where they have been operating, they were sharing, it was very small, but it was there. What we have been lacking is only the judge. And the judge also was there, but due to some health issues, he went back to Juba, and the person to come and replace him was not identified just quickly, but currently we have already got an assurance from the administration there from Juba that yes, they have already identified for us a judge, and he has been appointed to UAE. We were expecting him to arrive here yesterday but due to some logistic arrangement and some administrative issues there, it was postponed. We are expecting him to come in at least by next week. But we also feel concerned as the authority that, okay, since the EA is coming back into its normal situation and there's a lot of cases, and you know, without implementing rule of law, you know, people will not feel that, yes, we think that it is good if you can really construct another bigger space where we can admit or accommodate the legal administrations, where the public prosecutor, attorney, plus the supporting staff will be fixed or will be accommodated in, so that if any person has a complaint, you will know that, God, yes, that is the office, and then they will go and submit their petitions or maybe require what legal assistance when necessary. Yeah. So through help and support from the partners, we managed to get some funds, and the office was constructed. And yesterday we received it officially, and I'm sure in the few days to come, things will totally change. There will have no. Yeah, there will not be any more complaints concerning illegal prosecuting of any other person who has offended any other civilian or whoever citizen in EA. So the handing over of the legal administration office is really an addition of a new man to the legal process in EA River County. But it was actually there. The PPA was there since then.
They just renovated.
But because but because the space they have been using was very small, they were sharing within the police station there. But currently we have constructed for the legal administration a full infrastructure where the PPA and all the supporting staff will be accommodated.
What about the detention facility? I don't know if about the police station or even the prisons, the space, is it enough?
The police station, yes, the space is not enough. Not only enough, but it's also an old station which needs really a rehabilitation. It needs to be rehabilitated so that at least it can meet the required standards for the process, including even the prison. The prison currently is full, and it has also some challenges, like the food supply for the inmates. It's one of also of the challenge. So, and then add into the absence of the judge on grounds, so the pending cases has accumulated. There's a remand who are supposed to be taken to the court, but because the judge was not around, so they are there. And the number is going, and it is increasing. Leave alone the issue of the food, it become another challenge. Those who are supposed to supply the prison because of this financial crisis are not longer supplying. Sometimes it delays, sometimes it don't. So when we get some little liquidity, we just came in as a county authority and we support the prison as well as other institutions.
Right, and that was Emmanuel Taban, the Commissioner of Yei River County in Central Equatoria State, speaking to my colleague Michael Daniel about the improvement in the judiciary system there in the area last week. And with that, we have come to the end of the Dawn edition for today. Join us again tomorrow at the same time to get the latest on what's happening in South Sudan and beyond the borders. Well, up next, news in Arabic. On behalf of the Dawn team, Paulina Althea, One Moses, and producer Dico DeAndrew, this has been Emmanuel Joseph Akile. Have a good day. We meet again tomorrow. Stay safe, stay blessed.